Hey everybody, my name is Natalie and I started off in public housing. I was on food stamps. I didn't have anything to my name. I had the oldest cars, nothing that was breaking down on me all the time. And I was able to turn my circumstances into something else. Now I am a full-time business owner and I'm an entrepreneur and I live my life the way I want to live it. I travel all the time. I do what I want and I do it well, but it didn't start off that way. So I want to talk to you guys and tell you guys a little bit about my story and how I went from food stamps to sushi. How I went from being broke to being bougie. No, I'm just lying. But for real, I'm going to talk to you guys about my story so it can help somebody else. Now, when I started off, I'm just going to tell you guys about me. Okay, starting off, I had my baby. I was a single mother and I was working at a factory. I was so unhappy. If you work at a factory, please quit now. There's no reason for you to be at a factory. It's like it's like working in a dungeon. I mean, every time I leave that factory, I would walk outside like the sun, you know, if the sun was up, oh my goodness, wow, life is going on around me. And I'm working in a dungeon every day. No, that is not the life for me. So I started going through this shift, and it was because I went through so much in my life, and I lost my sister, and I lost my aunt. And that was a turning point in my life when I realized how short life can be. And that you can live your life, your whole life, and you can die and not be able to experience what the real meaning of life is, be able to really experience happiness. Life is not just about living to work. Life is not about just every day working a 9 to 5. Life is no, it's not worth it. So I decided that I want to live a better life. And so I had my daughter and I was in school. I was in college for communications or something like that. And then I will always remember people would be like, why don't you go to school for this? Why don't you go for school for nursing? They wanted me to take the safe route. And a lot of people choose to take the safe route. But the safe route isn't necessarily the happy route. Safe route is not necessarily the route that is meant for me. So yeah, I could have went to school for nursing, but why would I do that when that's not who I am? So I was in school for communications, and then throughout my journey, I started learning after working on jobs. This job will have you change your life. I realized that, no, I don't want to be working a 9 to 5. I want to be the boss. I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to be a business owner. I want to make my own rules. I want to live on my own terms. So I started going to school for business. I thought, okay, maybe I can be the boss of a business, of somebody else's business. But let me tell you that. I took that step, and then now I'm the boss of my own business. But it's just all through the process of me maturing and growing. So I'll talk to you guys about how I was able to start my business. Okay, so, all right, so when I started out, I was working a job. I went going to college. I was living in public housing for single mothers, and my rent was $0 for most part. And I stopped working. I started getting a whole bunch of different jobs because I just was not comfortable working for anybody else. It just wasn't in me anymore. My heart wanted more, and I wasn't comfortable working at no job. So I kept losing jobs. And then I started my body butter business. And first of all, let's talk about credit. I was working on my credit in between there. I built my credit up. So this is preparing me. So I was preparing myself for the next step. But yeah, I fixed my credit. And I was able to not have to stress about paying my bills and stuff like that, because I was living in public housing. I was getting food stamps and, you know, everything. And I was at an easy spot. So it was helping me. And a lot of people can take that and get comfortable just in that, and free rent, comfortable in getting food stamps, comfortable in getting checked. You know what I'm saying? But you can take that circumstance, that food stamp and free housing, and allow that to give you a platform to start and to grow. That can give you a platform. It can give you a chance to make it out because you don't have to focus on paying that much rent. So that was something that was able to help me. I used that circumstance to help me to start my business. So while I'm in school, I was able to get school checks, because when you go to school, I was in school for business, so I was learning. Even when I wasn't at school, I was learning. I was researching. I was reading about business. I was reading about entrepreneurship and marketing and branding. So I was learning my craft. And then I got my body butter business, and I was going to events, and I was going to like I was being a vendor at events and stuff like that. But one thing I tell you about that body butter business, it's a lot of work. I mean, I was up whipping body butters all hours of the night, but that was just showing me, and it was my first business, and it was Love Struck Body Butters, and that was my first business. After that, y'all know my story. Y'all look on my other page. If y'all look on my page, y'all see how I started my beauty supply store business. But so I was in school. I was getting school checks. I was getting tax money. So in January, I get my school check and my tax check around the same time. I was able to take that money and start my beauty supply business. And then also what I did was, after I took that money, and I was able to, my credit was built up. So I had good credit. So I was able to take one of my credit cards and buy products for the store as well. And I was working on my business, and I was still living in the free housing. So I was able to work and build my business and go to school and finish my degree for business. So I do have a bachelor's in business and marketing. And I've been in business now for 2 years. And now I have 2 businesses. I have a lot of different streams of revenue, but I was able to take that leap. I could have took my money, my school money, and my tax money and splurged and got cars and everything like that. No, but I took that money and I started a business. So yeah, if you have money and you don't do nothing with it, it's going to be gone. So you have to be able to learn how to take money and make more money with it. Once you learn how to make more money with the money you have, you're rich right then and there. You know, so I'm on the hustle. I got plenty of ways to make money. I even help people fix their credit, and I have credit videos. I help people start their business, register their business, all that. I'm here to help. So that's a little bit about my story, and thanks for watching, and